Hi, it's Bev at Bev's Creating with Love and Whimsy, and I'm on day 2 of hashtag the 100-day project. And yesterday I started on number 1 and I did a little semi-collage. And today I'm going to do some decoupaging on a piece of watercolor paper. I was going to use those cards I had. I said I had 50 of them yesterday. I was going to do front and back, but I don't like the feeling of the back of it after the front's already painted on. I don't know, I just didn't like it. So I decided I'm going to use watercolor paper from now on, or at least from now on. So day 2, I did a little watercolor on the background, just sbasic ground being the tan and the brown tones and the sky with the blue splotchy sky. Took a piece of the Tim Holtz tissue paper that I've been using lately a lot of, and a scene at the bottom is mostly like a side of the mountain type scene with a house on top, just rock and things like that. I put some little verbiage in there, some cursive writing, and then on the top some birds in the sky. I just Mod Podged it all on, dried it real good, and you can see that I've got the watercolor card taped down to try to give me a little bit of a frame type border around it. I knew it wouldn't be perfect because I just have never made them perfect. I always have a little bit of paint that comes out, but it wasn't bad this time. I did pretty good. Had a little bit of extra paper I took off with my knife, and then took my Mod Podge and made sure all the edges were nice and flat, went over the whole thing real good just to get it flattened down nice, and that made it outside of those little borders I made a little bit. But you know what? I think it blended in better doing it that way than just having it completely squared off. So I thought it turned out good. I was about ready to call it quits, and I said no. So I started the film back up and took my watercolors back out and brought some gray tones into that brownish dirt mountain to make it blend in better with the Tim Holtz tissue paper. So I went around all of the brown tones and just topped it off with some gray here and there, not everywhere, just kind of splotchy and watered down in places, and thought that made it blend in better. And I initialed it and put 2 of 100 at the bottom. So that's number 2, you guys. Hashtag the 100-day project, number 2.